how much you try to be like somebody, you still gonna be a one of one. So you might as well embrace the things that are different about you. Embrace your flaws. Like, man, for the longest, people like, they be like, damn, you got a big ass nose.
Richest in the room, richest in the room, richest in the room, richest in the room, richest in the room.
What's good? It's Terrio Throne, and I'm gonna do the second part of the breakdown video for You Hunt, You Feed. We left off on how to hunt and riches in the room. So this time, the next two songs is Unique and Obedient. So the Unique song came about, I was dropping my kids off at school one day and I was listening to Jeezy, Inspiration. And he got a song on there where if anybody know Jeezy, they know he was, you know what I'm saying? You'll know the song. And he was like, Jeezy like trap, Jeezy like the grind, Jeezy like the mix, Armor Hammer, something like that. I can't remember how it go, but that's how it was. I was listening to it, I was like, dang, that's catchy. And then I was like, well, what if I flipped it to, you know what I'm saying, Terrio. Terrio like the trap, Terrio like the grind. But if you listen to the song, you'll know Jeezy was saying something else. I can't remember what he was saying right now, but I flipped it and made it trap like the grind. You know, just more relatable to me. So I'm about to play it. You know, I'm a unique individual. I never wanted to be like nobody else. I'm always yelling out what's different about me. What? And also, another thing is, I like branding. I like marketing. So when it comes to branding, you know, I feel like as artists, you know what I'm saying, we supposed to like let it be known about like your differences between you and all the other artists. Like why would you want to be like everybody else? You know what I'm saying? That they can get that all the time. So you want to, you know what I'm saying, scream out like what's different about you than everybody else. Pepsi and Coca-Cola is like what differentiates those two from each other. You know, they have a similar taste, but it's something that's different. Or they always, you know what I'm saying, put themselves in a light that's different than Pepsi, or they target certain people. So that's another, you know what I'm saying, catch to this song. You know what I'm saying? It's called Unique though. You know, I'm a unique individual. I never wanted to be like nobody else. I'm always yelling out what's different about me. Boy, y'all sitting at that red light over there, and I'm waving by you motherfuckers. I wanted that bread, but I ain't want the time. I picked up the mic and put that pack down. 565, a nigga be flying. You a big dog, but I run with lions. You jumped the fence, so stay on that side. I was front line when you went to hide. I doubled my work in a short period of time. I did. To count where we from, I had you crying. What Terrio like the trap, Terrio like to grind. Terrio be on hustler shit with money on his mind. Terrio clean as fuck, Terrio keep a sack. Terrio told himself it was never going back. Terrio. That much hard, boy. That's hard. It was so hard, I ain't even break down what I was saying. I'll jump it off. All right, bet. I said I wanted that bread, but I ain't want the time. Basically saying like, I picked up the mic and put the pack down. I stopped selling drugs, you know, or I stopped doing dumb stuff and picked up a microphone instead. That's what I mean by I wanted that bread, but I ain't want the time. I didn't want no jail time. I want money. I don't want drama with no nigga. I don't want drama with nobody. I just want some money and take care of my family. I said I wanted that bread, but I ain't want the time. I picked up the mic and put the pack down. 565 up, be flying. I said 565, that's I-65. It's a highway coming through, you know what I'm saying, Huntsville, Alabama. I wanted that bread, but I ain't want the time. 565, nigga be flying. I say, you a big dog, but I run with lions. You know, basically saying like, you know, you put a dog in the midst of like a whole bunch of big cats, you know, he's not gonna survive. And that's all I'm saying. Like, it's, yeah, you a big dog, like, yeah, you got some money or you got this, that, you know what I mean? But what your team look like, you know what I mean? Like, how you the only one winning? You a target. I said, you jumped the fence, so stay on this side. I was front line when you went to hide. Basically saying, like, if you was with me at one point in time and you like switched up, I was always going forward. I was never like, my mind wasn't nowhere else. It was this or nothing, and it's still this or nothing. And that's all I'm saying. Like, you jumped the fence, so stay on this side. If you ain't still beside me, pushing me, supporting me, you know, but you was at one point in time, stay on that side. What else I say? Tacoma, we from, I had you crying. Like, when you look back to like how I grew up and everything and to see where I'm at now, gotta count your blessings. And then the hook is, you know, Terrio like to trap, Terrio like to grind, Terrio be on. It's just, it is what it is. That's what I like to do. That's what I do on a day-to-day basis. So, and it's catchy. Go to the second verse.
Never going back. Everything I touch turn straight to gold. Just to stand next to me, she'll sell a soul. Black body whip through the city, skirt. Grinding all day till my back hurt, man. Can't act off emotion, gotta think first. Gotta get on 10 and put in leg work. Hey, wait, so that works is trying to serve with no way. Tears come to my eyes, thinking about them days. But Terrio like this.
Everything I touch term. I'm gonna just go to the next song, man. I think y'all get the gist of what unique is. It's just me saying, you know what I'm saying, how I'm different. I'm different in this way. I'm different in this way. You know, that's really all it is. Obedient. This is one of my favorite songs off of here. It's a lot of people's favorite songs as I've been hearing. I think I need to shoot a video for it, for real. But basically, Obedient came about where, like, just thinking on, you know, when you're, whether that's this could, you know, it could refer to a friend, a situation you're doing in life, something that God wants you to leave alone. Just kind of, you know, it resonates with everything. It's just not about one thing. So basically, obedient is like basically when God is telling you to do something, but you're trying to hold on to it and you need to let it go. That's what the song came about. So I'm gonna play it. You made me choose. I wanna apologize when with you I drift to the mission. Used to ask if you want a broke man or nigga with figures. Guess you wanted something different, cause lately you been missing. I think about you, girl, I had to be obedient. God should give you away, God should give you away, God should give you away. I had to be obedient. God should give you away, God should give you away, God should give you away. I had to be obedient. See, you just turned to a distraction. Okay, so that's the hook. I said, used to ask if you want a broke man or a nigga with figures. Basically just saying, like, when you're in relationships, like, people, they want all your time, but, you know, sometimes it's either we could be broke together or we could be rich together. I prefer the latter. And that's the same thing with friends. They want to kick it all the time. They want to do this, they want to do that. It's like, y'all want to be broke or y'all want to have an abundance of everything. I'm going to choose the latter. It's basically saying God told me to let you go. I had to be obedient. I had to do it. Like, it's one thing to, you know, make a decision, but when you look at God like he's your father, you know, it's the same type of relationship. When he say do something, that's what you got to do. Me wanted me to change for you so you could just be happy with me. Wanted me to give up on my dreams for your own satisfaction. Know you remember sleeping on the floors on top of mattress. All those times you came home complaining about your job. All those times you ain't get a raise but always played your part. That shit just ignite my hunger. But what you ain't understand was me staying up late nights trying to do numbers. Purpose come first and you only one person. Alright, basically, I say purpose come first and you only one person. I'm speaking to, you know, I can't choose one person over the millions of people that need help. the millions of people that need inspiration, the millions of people that need motivation, the millions of people that's going through depression, suicide. You know what I'm saying? I cannot choose you when I could save millions. Like that's what I'm speaking to. You know what I'm saying? And that's really the whole song. Like, that's everything. It's like, you want me to do this and do this, but it's like, but God telling me to do this. I have to do this. I can't just do this. It's either, you know, we gonna coincide together, and I help you get done what you need to get done, and I get done what I need to get done. But I can't just drop everything that I feel God is telling me to do to please you. And like I say, this goes with friendships, relationships, family members. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta always do what's best for you.
I treated you just like a queen and you treated me worthless. Deep down you broke a nigga heart but look good on the surface. I believe in Jesus Christ but don't really fuck with them churches. So he told me let you go, say he got something better for my soul. Ever since I let you go, I've been completing my goals. I never wanted to let you go. I never wanted to let you go.
I said, I believe in Jesus Christ, but I don't really mess with them churches. I do go to church. There are certain churches out there that are very kind of, I don't know, I just feel like they be in it for self. Like, they don't be in it for the real thing. You know, it's more self. And that's what I mean by, I believe in Jesus Christ, but I don't really mess with these churches. That's what I'm saying. Then I say, so he told me let you go, so he got something better for my soul. You know, it's hard to see past what you in at the moment. So when I say he got something better for my soul, it's like, all right, man, I trust you. It's basically like a trust thing.
From the very start, wanted to take it slow from the very start. We made love just about every night while we both had broken hearts. We both come from broken homes, so it's hard to tear us apart. All this verbal abuse is start.
I say we both come from broken homes, so it's hard to tear us apart. It's like, when you come from a broken situation, it's almost like you don't want to, what you want for yourself is you don't want the same thing. So you'll stay in a situation that's not good for you, that's not healthy, because you try to do the opposite of how you was raised, or how your, you know what I'm saying, like whatever your parent situation was, or you'll stay with a person because you don't want to be like them.
Starting to feel like martial arts. I got distracted.
I said all this verbal abuse is starting to feel like martial arts. Like, a lot of times, you know, it's physical abuse, but verbal abuse as well. And people, they try to overlook it, but it's a real thing, because somebody could say something to you and now it's like, it's stuck with you. Because sometimes words do pierce, just like, you know, being physical does. So I say it feels like martial arts. It's like you saying stuff to, like, you know, like you sneaking stuff in for like a punch. That's kind of like, that's how martial arts is. It's like real tricky. It's not a straightforward type of thing.
Then I started giving up on my dreams. I wasn't going as hard as I made it seem. Too busy trying to keep you until God told me I ain't need you. So
okay, I say ain't going as hard as I made it seem. Like, basically, like, I wasn't, like, even though I was pursuing the music and stuff, I was spending more time, like, trying to please instead of pleasing myself. And like I say, that's another thing. Like, always put yourself first. Don't get caught up in trying to, you know what I'm saying, please a person when you have priorities. Like, handle your priorities first. And if they rock with you, they rock with you. If they don't, they don't.
he told me let you go, say he got something.
And then that, I'm guessing the pre-chorus come back in, then the chorus comes in. And that's obedient. So, man, I can say that for this to only be really only 5 songs, I feel like this is a real, like, solid EP. Like, I think this is my best work, like, by far, like, because it's got melody in it and it's real, like, rap. So it's not It ain't like no just microwavable music. Like, this is something I feel is timeless. Like, you can play it over and over again. It doesn't have a like expiration date on it. It doesn't have, you know, people gonna always go through those situations, and you always gonna be different. No matter how much you try to be like somebody, you still gonna be a one of one. So you might as well embrace the things that are different about you. Embrace your flaws. Like, man, for the longest, people like, they be like, damn, you got a big ass nose. Now it's like yes, nigga, thank you, I got this big ass nose. Like, this mother, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is what makes me me. Embrace your flaws. Embrace the things that you feel like. I'm a skinny nigga. Like, every now and then I'm a little insecure about being skinny, but then I click back and I'm like, man, fuck that. Like, I like who I am. I wouldn't be me without being skinny. I wouldn't be me without a big nose. I wouldn't be me with this type of voice. Like, I wouldn't be Terrio. And that's unique. So be unique. Be obedient. You the greatest thing that ever happened to this earth. You're a genius, and you're a rich one.
Richest in the room, richest in the room, richest in the room, richest in the room, richest in the room.